Hello and welcome back to another episode of Skyrim on Nyxus Gaming. We are here just outside of Solitude, but I'm gonna go inside and discover the location real quick so we can fast travel there. But immediately afterwards we need to go back to Dragon Bridge because there's actually something I forgot to do there last episode. Funny, right? I didn't think there was anything for me to do, but there was one thing. One thing exactly. But we're gonna watch a little scene here to open the episode real quick.
They can't hurt Uncle Rogvir. Tell them he didn't do it.
Positions.
Sorry, you need to go home. Go home and stay there until your mother comes.
Lock the city gate.
You betrayed us!
With it!
Traitor!
You should tell her that her uncle is scum that betrayed his High King. Best she know now, Advar.
You're all heart, Vivian.
Rogvir, you helped Ulfric Stormcloak escape the city after he murdered High King Tori. By opening that gate for Ulfric, you betrayed the people of Solitude.
He doesn't deserve to speak!
There was no murder. Ulfric
Liar.
challenged Tori. He beat the High King in fair combat. Such is our way. Such is the ancient custom of Skyrim and all Nords.
Very well, Rogvir. Bow your head.
On this day, I go to Sovngarde.
And then everyone just kind of leaves. Or at least they should be.
Some gate guard you were!
Two of them left. Now guard's leaving. I don't know if I can actually go up on stage yet. They kind of attack you if you do too early.
He died well.
I think I expected more.
It's gonna grab that for a quest later on. And yeah.
Leads to bad rubbish, I say.
So one of the big plot points on why the Civil War is happening is Ulfric decided to just walk into Solitude and challenge the High King. And he ended up killing the High King. Now, by old Skyrim rights, this would make Ulfric the High King. But the Imperials don't want to examine that. And now Ulfric is leading a huge civil war against the Imperials. Fun stuff, right? We need to find a lady named Ulda here. I don't actually know where she would be. Might be one of these two.
If you're
Mickle.
looking for a room, you want the four shields.
Julian. Who's this? Ulda.
Where is that lazy man? Have you met my husband? Well, don't bother. He's a drunk.
Does the presence of the guards here bother you?
No. I openly welcome the presence of armed strangers who have no reason to care about any of us. Of course it bothers me. I'm sure it's only a matter of time until they seize our mill in the name of their war effort. Next thing you know, there'll be more guards, and then we'll lose our homes as well. This is just the start of it. Mark my words.
Does your family own the lumber mill?
My husband owns it. Barely. He'll lose it soon enough. He's behind on his loan payments, but he drinks all his money away just the same. Now we're deep in debt, penniless, and about to lose our sole source of income.
Your husband drinking too much?
He promised me, swore on his ancestors that he'd give up the mead. And what do I find out? He's been stashing drink in a cave nearby. He even has some wolves guarding it. I swear, I should just cut out his tongue. That would be the end of it.
I could get your husband's stash for you.
If you want to try, but I'll keep my dagger sharpened just in case. You can help yourself to any drink you find, but bring me the bottle of Dragon's Breath mead. It's his favorite, so I know he has one there.
Okay, so now we need to go
All right,
steal this guy's mead. Not on our quest marker. We're actually gonna also activate that and that, because I think both of those need us to go to Solitude. Yeah, okay. So it's not far from Dragon Bridge. It should be just up the road here, or the path. Actually, hold on. I have no idea where I'm going. Oh, it's decently far from the village, but we'll be fine. We can head on over and steal this. Apparently, all he has is some wolves guarding it. Is this the road here? Yeah, this is the road here. It's not a paved road, a cobble road. It's more of just a little path. Gotta be ready to fight some wolves. Little fox running by. Miko and Lydia still following me. Kind of hard to tell with an axe in the middle. Yeah, Lydia's like way back there for whatever reason. Oh, hey, there's one. Take that. That can't be the only one. I said that can't be the only one. Oh, there's a few more up there. I see them. And one down here. Do the other ones see me yet? No? Are they gonna come around this way? Oh, that's not a wolf. That is a bear. But, I need bear pelts anyway, so... Alright, there we go. Take that bear pelt. That is 6 out of 10 for old Temba back at Iverstead. Steadily getting enough for that. Olda failed to mention the actual bear that was guarding this. She only said wolves, but right over here. Dragon's Breath Mead. We don't care about the other stuff. Alright, back to Dragon Bridge. Just gonna fast travel. And there she is, still just sitting in the same exact spot. I feel like sometimes when you're running in Skyrim, you're not actually
You're going
running.
to try and sell me something? Well, I ain't interested. Stendar's mercy to you. If my Horgir doesn't give up the mead this time, I'll hit him over the head with it. Here, for your trouble.
And there we go, we got 400 gold for that. Let's head back to Solitude, start exploring the city. Yeah, so we gotta investigate the Bard's College, deliver a book, and we gotta deliver a letter to Captain Aldous. And that's along with everything else we're about to get in the city itself. Let's go ahead and wait about 13 hours till about 9 in the morning. That way it's daytime and we have plenty to do in the city. You guys already know this is just going to be city exploration at this point. Try and hit up all the shops and all the important places, and then we'll work on miscellaneous quests after that. It is important, by the way, to grab that Amulet of Talos from Rogvir, because you can run into some issues with a miscellaneous quest on it later. Oh yay, the stupid thunder glitch.
Oh, let me just drop everything to help you. I don't mind, really.
Bad day?
It is when my customers waste time chatting and not buying.
Do you get a lot of business like that? I don't know what business she's talking about, but...
Radiant raiment has the finest attire in all of Skyrim. That is how we get business.
What do you got for sale?
Let's see if we can't find an outfit that suits you.
So this is just a clothing merchant, really, but we can sell our jewelry here. You'll notice that Amulet of Talos isn't even listed here because it is a miscellaneous quest item.
Finally.
That's going to be pretty much it for Radiant Raiment. All of the shops are going to be pretty much here, right at the main entrance to the city. So cut across, and we got the Winking Skeever, which is the inn/tavern. And it's also where Malborn is for us to talk to, but we're going to skip Malborn.
Let me know if you need anything, or take a seat by the fire.
Malborn should be
Spare some gold for a
sitting around somewhere. Everyone gets one.
Can you spare a septum? Lost an eye during the Great War. I'd earn it myself.
What's your story, old man? Tell me a story before I give you the gold.
I was the finest scout in the Legion once. Tracked down all the places in the wilds that were causing people trouble. Lost my helmet in one of the old caves. My pretty, pretty helmet. Life just got worse after that. Kept losing things. So many things.
What if I could find that helmet for you?
Oh, you could? I sure would love to have it again. Could show you some of my old scouting trips.
Were you really in the army?
What? You see a man falling on hard times, and you think he's been like that forever? I was there. I fought in the Great War. I was on the field at Anvil. And when I was struck down, they left me. You understand? They left me for dead. I didn't leave them.
Okay, well, have a gold piece.
Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart.
Everyone gets one.
I do miss that helmet.
Belrand.
By blade or by spell. If you want it dead.
Oh, he's a companion you can buy.
Blade and spell. I'd say I'm equipped to handle nearly any threat. So, shall we talk price?
Yeah, another time perhaps.
If you change your mind, seek me out here.
No, I thought Malborn was around here somewhere, but... Oh, yeah, there he is. We're gonna ignore him for now.
Papa says I won't see Rogberry.
Welcome to the Winking Skeever, friend.
Yeah, why is this place called the Winking Skeever?
Well, as it turns out, I had a pet skeever when I was a boy, and he used to wink.
You kept a skeever as a pet?
They were smaller back then.
Well, have you heard any rumors?
People say there's a man wandering the streets near the Blue Palace. He seems distressed, but he's not making any sense.
Where can I learn more about magic? The College of Winterhold.
Magic?
Yeah,
Otherwise
every
you'd be the
time.
Jarl's wizard. I wouldn't. Let's sate that appetite.
Innkeeper buys and sells same old crap.
The
Don't
Winking
care about it.
Skeever next time you're footsore.
Get out of here, away from this stupid thunder glitch.
There's nothing like a good song to lift
Oh, you're
the
a bard.
spirit and yes?
You're the bard for the tavern, and you just weren't in there, I guess. Does being a bard pay well?
Oh, no. But being surrounded by good music, good drink, and good friends is all I've ever asked for.
What's the word around town?
Generally, if you want rumors, you should talk to Corpulus. That said, I did see a visitor pass through on his way to the Blue Palace.
And you're a member of the Bard's College?
Only in that I'm a graduate. I work over at the Winking Skeever. I would highly recommend it, though. Talk to Viarmo if you're interested.
Okay.
Come by the Winking Skeever.
Oh, hello, who are you? Gerard. Gerard?
Oh, yes. I'm the Dean of History, and scribe work when I can find some quiet time.
I have to bring a book to you.
My position, Dean of History, actually covers a wide range of subjects. I teach poetry, writing, history, and the finer points of court life.
Well, I have a delivery from Adonato Liotelli. He's also a speech trainer.
Ah, yes. Adonato's new work. Shorter than I expected, but words must be judged on merit, not length. I'll look over this later. Why don't you take this for your trouble?
400 gold. Not bad.
I suppose I should return to my papers.
Okay, what is next?
I'm not interested, Jari. It doesn't matter how many times you
Guess this building next, and then that one.
Rethink that.
This is bits and pieces.
Wonderful opportunities working in that bar.
That guy, we'll talk to him. We'll go ahead and talk to him now. I think he gives us a quest. Jari Ra.
You're passing through Solitude? Maybe you're looking to make some easy gold, yes?
What did you have in mind?
It's easy to find things to sell. Things nobody will miss. Things from underground, or just left lying around in someone's house. I bet the two of us, we're very alike. So why not take the next step? We can help each other. My sister Deja and I are treasure hunters. We like to collect things.
I'm listening.
I knew you looked like a clever one. With the war, many more ships come through these docks, loaded with weapons and pay, but few people, and they pass through dangerous waters. We have an interest in one of those boats, the Ice Runner. The Solitude Lighthouse will be guiding it in, but if its fire were to go out, the Ice Runner would run aground.
So you want me to put out the lighthouse fire?
What an interesting idea. I think if someone were to do something like that, there would definitely be a certain amount of loot to be shared. Yes, if someone were to put out the lighthouse fire and then meet me on the docks afterwards, I could certainly direct them to that loot.
Okay. What would happen to sailors on the boat, though?
Don't worry about them. We'll make sure they wash up safe. Maybe they'll even pay us for their heroic rescue from their sad crash.
Setting up a wreck? I should turn you into the guards.
Turn me in? For what? What crime's been committed? I'm just making idle talk about what would most undoubtedly be a tragic event. A tragic and very, very profitable event.
Okay, sounds fair to me.
It would be best if we spoke little until you've completed your task.
Alright, like I said, we're going into bits and pieces next. This is the general store of Solitude.
I thought adventurers were supposed to look tough.
Don't worry about Cade, we're talking to Seima.
Viren said you got here just before the exit. Huh. You know, you've got a certain fire in your eyes. Just like my Viren. Please, feel free to look around. We've got a bit of everything.
Who's Beerend?
Baron's my husband. He works at the forge up in Castle Dower. I barely see him nowadays with him filling orders for the army.
Were you at Rogvir's execution?
No, that was an ugly affair. High King Torig's death has turned the whole town on its head. Between you and me, he wasn't even that good a king. All of those rambling speeches about the Empire this and the Empire that.
Okay, what do you got for sale?
Take a look.
Take a look. Okay. Nothing to sell there or here. Plenty and plenty of potions, though. Potions of health we can sell, potions of healing not. We got 2 potions of plentiful healing, that's nice. We haven't actually made any of potions to sell either, so we can probably do that. I just don't know where a alchemy station is at the moment to do that. It's 3 gold. It's not enough.
Come back to bits and pieces anytime.
Okay, I guess we're moving on. I think there's an alchemy store somewhere here in Solitude. Is that the one right across here? Angeline's Aromatics? Oh yeah, this looks like alchemy here. We're gonna look around a bit, see if we can find... If Miko would get out of the damn way. There we go. What am I doing? Excuse me? Am I good? Okay, I'm good. Can't make a whole lot of potions because we made them at the beginning of the last episode. But we can make some stuff. Can I, like, order this? like, how does ordering work? I wish there was a way I could see what potions I can actually make. I'll have to try that before I make potions again. Okay, Angeline Morard.
You're a traveler, correct? Have you been to Whiterun?
I have.
Wonderful. I hadn't really hoped to run into someone who'd been there. My daughter Fura was assigned to Whiterun after she joined the Imperial Army. I was hoping we might have met her. I haven't heard from her lately. I've tried talking to Captain Aldous, but he hasn't been any help.
I haven't met her, but I could try to get more information.
Oh, that's very sweet of you. Anything you can find out from Captain Aldous would be welcome news.
Okay, aromatic, so you sell perfumes.
We mostly carry herbs and chemical ingredients, that sort of thing. Before the war, our stock was mostly used for aromatic use in homes. Yes. These days, we have more people like you coming in, looking for healing and the like.
She's an alchemy trainer.
So
Let's see what she has for sale. Same thing we usually do, actually, when we get to an alchemy trainer, or alchemy seller. We buy all their ingredients. We got 24,200 gold. We'll round up. Let's buy everything. Alright, and now let's go make some potions again. Probably should have waited. Again, I'm also forgetting to eat what I need to eat. Because I know Beehive Husk, that's new. Blue Dartwing. Scroll all the way through this. Make sure I don't miss anything. Okay, yeah, no, now we can make potions. So yeah, how does ordering this work? Left stick. It's not doing anything. Right stick? No. Left stick isn't doing anything. Filter. How do I filter? I see the filter thing up there. I just don't know how to actually get to it. Oh well. Might get a level up this episode, which would be nice. It's gonna make everything we can. Oh, is it just like automatically? Okay, it was going through all the ones that I needed to make there, which was nice. I'm boosting our alchemy a decent bit too while we do this. Oh, we discovered some effects there. Throw that in. We got a lot of stuff here. There we go. Almost done. And boom. Alright, so we started with 24,200. Let's see how much gold we can make back from this. It's not looking good, not gonna lie. Restore health. I guess we want to keep that one. Vigorous healing, we'll keep that. Okay, so we lost, rounding up, we lost about 500 gold in that whole ordeal, but we boosted our alchemy, which is the real reason we're doing it. Gold is easy to come by. Gold is not an issue. Troll slaying. Okay, moving on. Moving on. We got all her gold here, yeah, okay. There are also a few little stalls here that usually have people outside of them. I think because it's raining, they're all inside somewhere right now. So we're going to wait a day, and hopefully it stops raining, and they'll be back outside. Okay.
As High Priest of the Eight Divines, I bid you welcome.
Yep, all three of them are out now.
It's difficult and sometimes tedious.
This is Evet San.
You wouldn't have a few minutes to run down to the docks, would you?
What do you need from the docks?
Well, I've got a shipment of spices the East Empire Company is holding up. I need someone to convince them to release it.
Shouldn't be a problem.
Great. Get back to me when you're done and I'll give you something for your time.
How are your sales?
They're adequate. Honestly, I rely on the business brought in by the burning of King Olaf, and that's not likely to happen this year.
Well, what's the burning of King Olaf?
Well, it's a great big festival put on by the bards every year. They burn an effigy of old King Olaf. It's quite a bit of fun. The bards give out spiced wine during the festival, so they put it in a big order. And then, for weeks after, demand is so high, I can barely keep up. But with the death of High King Torrig, the festival has been declared in poor taste. So it looks like it won't happen this year.
That's Bard College stuff, and it's something we'll get into while we're here in Solitude, but probably not this episode. Is your spiced wine made from a secret recipe?
Oh yes, a secret family recipe. The only good thing my father Octave ever did. In fact, it's so good, no one else in Skyrim even tries to make any.
And what do you got for sale?
Take a look.
I think she's another general merchant. Although it looks like she only has... Yeah, she only does food. She's basically an innkeeper. Hard pass.
Good luck out there. Seems like a tough time to be wandering Skyrim.
This person disappeared. I don't know if it was Jala or not. We'll talk to
I've got
Advar.
some salmon to sell. Plenty of fresh fish for you.
Where do you catch the fish?
Down at the docks. There are a few good spots if you can avoid the East Empire Company workers and those red wave dogs.
Spiced wine.
You and your daughter were at the execution.
Sorry, yes. It's been hard on her. The girl misses her uncle. I've tried to explain that Rogvir did something bad, and that we all have to be accountable for our actions. But the child feels what she will.
Okay, what do you got for sale?
See it for yourself.
I lost my eye defending the Empire.
Oh, there's the eye guy again. Basically another innkeeper.
These are troubled times.
Are you that stall owner?
It's all I can spare.
Oh, is she giving him gold?
You look like you could do with a ripe apple, or a tomato, cabbage, or leek.
Yeah, she's the other stall owner. I bet you get some interesting people through here.
That I do. I had a messenger from Dragon Bridge stop here on his way to the Blue Palace not too long ago. He was very nervous. Mentioned something about needing help.
Don't you have trouble getting ripe goods here?
I have my ways, but it's not easy these days. The Black Blood Marauders have been plundering ships off the coast. A lot of people been hurt by their foolishness.
Okay, does she need to be behind her stall? You wouldn't let me spend money. Chill out. You literally didn't give me the option.
The freshest in Skyrim.
Okay, maybe now.
An apple to keep you healthy.
Yeah, what have you got for sale? And again, basically another innkeeper. These guys, not so great as merchants.
Are your sales going well?
I won't.
Maybe if we got the perk that lets us sell to any merchant, anything, that would be nice, but we don't have it, so they aren't going to be of much use. We want to come up here. There's one more merchant. There's the blacksmith over here. And then, I lied, there's two. There's also this guy here, the Fletcher. Where is he? Here he is.
Hello
Bahada.
and welcome, my friend. How may I help you on this fine day? True, I may look the part of dashing swordsman, but I prefer the art of wit to that of warfare.
I need some arrows that can take down a dragon.
Why, of course. And will you also be needing the bow that shoots rainbows? Or perhaps a quiver that dispenses beer? Look, if you want arrows, we have them. But don't insult my intelligence.
Okay, what do you got for sale?
An archer, eh? I've got just what you need.
So, I don't really, like, I get Fletchers and blacksmiths are supposed to have different goods, but it just doesn't really work in this game. They buy and sell pretty much the same exact stuff, so he doesn't really have anything he can buy from us. We already sold all that to the general goods, the bits and pieces lady. Likewise, the blacksmith here, probably going to be the same deal, but this is Beerend.
Seems there's no end to the needs of the Imperials. But what can I help you with?
Have you considered getting out there and fighting?
I think I would, if it weren't for my son and my wife. Oh, same I would have my hide if I even suggested I might step foot on a battlefield. You think Stormcloaks and Legionnaires are dangerous? Ha!
You make armor for the Imperials?
It's almost all I have time for these days. The men training here in Solitude, and the troops out in the field, they all need weapons and armor. You should look into joining. They could use every hand they can get.
You're pretty dedicated to the Empire then.
To be honest, no. But High King Torrig supported them. And now, her Lady Elisif has thrown in with them. You could say I'm a king's man at heart. I guess that's Jarl's man now. My loyalty lies with Solitude. So, where Jarl Elisif leads, I follow.
Okay, what have you got for sale?
Take a look.
And again, like I just said, oh no, he can actually buy and sell a couple other things that the Fletcher can't. Only a few pelts though, not a whole lot. Extra money, I guess.
Return anytime you need arms or armor. My forge never rests.
So this is the Imperial seat here in Solitude. We need to find Captain Aldis here for a couple of reasons.
I'm waiting.
Oh, you're waiting? I just got here, man. Hey, I have a letter for you. This is the letter from Morthal about the Jarl there, from her steward, who doesn't think she's fit to lead.
For me? From whom?
It's from Gorm in Morthal.
Well now, that is something. Hand it over, please. Oh no. I hadn't heard from Gorm for a while, so I'd hoped he'd given up his little scheme. The last time we discussed this issue was before the Standable War broke out. Things were different then. Now, what he's asking, it's just impossible. Even if it worked, the questions and accusations it would cause, well, I'll take it under advisement. Thank you.
And he gives us 20 whole gold.
Keep my...
Now, Captain, Angeline sent me to ask about her daughter.
Generally posting information is need to know only.
I think Angeline needs to know.
I've been trying to find the time and place to let her know. Her daughter was sent to Whiterun. The skirmishes there have been violent. The Whiterun legate, he needed to know the Stormcloak positions. He sent out a party to scout the area. They happened upon a large force. I'm told none of them made it back. Private Morard, Angela's daughter, was in that scouting party. She needs to be told.
Okay, well now we know what happened to her daughter. Kinda sad. You were the one presiding over the execution.
Not my finest hour. Rogvir was a fine and honorable man.
So you think what he did was right?
No, I think he was entirely wrong. Rogvir's execution was justified and necessary. Being honorable might make you a good man, but it doesn't make you right. Be a better world if it did.
How goes the training?
Their aim could be steadier, but they're battle ready.
Okay, even if that battle was with the dragon?
You the Dragonborn, aren't you? I'm sort of hoping you are going to fight the dragons for us. A normal man is no match for a dragon.
You know, at least he's honest about it, like, oh yeah, we want you to do all the work. We aren't gonna try and fight a dragon, that's all you, man. At least he's honest about it, you know? You can also join the Imperials here in Castle Dower. But, I'm not gonna join either the Imperials or the Stormcloaks until after I finish the main quest line, so... We're just gonna leave that alone. We need to go back and find Angeline. Angeline's aromatics, right? Aromatics? Which one was that? This one.
Got something for just about everybody in here. Give a holler if you haven't. It's good to see a fresh face. You wouldn't have happened to come from Whiterun, would you?
Haven't come from Whiterun, but I have news about your daughter.
You got Aldous to tell you something. I knew you would. What did he say?
Angeline, Miss Merard, your daughter is dead.
I told her. I told her the Imperial army would kill her. That this was a war of Jarls and Imperial generals, and we had no part in it. She just wouldn't hear it. It was brave of you to come to me with this. I can't thank you for it, not for this. But you have done me a service.
And she doesn't even give you anything. Like, what the hell? There's no reward for that. Why would you give me a job to do if you don't plan to pay me? Kind of BS, don't you think? Whatever. Moving on in the city.
Papa says I won't see Rogvir anymore.
Who are you? Vivienne? This road here connects the Imperial area we were just at to the actual Jarl's Palace, so we're gonna follow down here. Dervinin we need to talk to.
You help me. You help people, right? That's what you do.
Everyone gets one. Have a gold piece.
Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart.
Are you gonna give me the other option now?
Please, take pity on an old madman.
What do you need?
My master has abandoned me. Abandoned his people. And nothing I say can change his mind. Now he refuses to even see me. He says I interrupt his vacation. It's been so many years. Won't you please help?
How can I find your master?
Last I saw him, he was visiting a friend in the Blue Palace. But no one as mundane as a Jarl. No. Such people are below him. No, he went into the forbidden wing of the palace to speak with an old friend. Said it had been ages since they had last had tea. Oh, and you'll need the hip bone. It's very important. No entering Pelagius's wing without that.
Interesting. Pelagius's hip bone. Okay. The Mind of Madness. Well, I will tell you now, that is a Daedric quest that we will probably do next episode. And, I mean, it's madness. A guy obsessed with Pelagius. It's very obvious. This is Sheogorath's Daedric quest in Skyrim. But, why don't you leave your master?
Oh, you just don't understand. Without him, I am not free. Without him, I am doomed. All of his empire shall fall into chaos.
Why do you need him back?
Without his guidance, our homeland is falling apart. North wages war against South. The holy flame flickers and dies. We need his return. Oh, but I'm sure he'll repay you when he comes to his senses. His favor is a powerful, powerful thing, and so very worth any inconveniences.
How can I get to your master again?
He stays in the Pelagius wing of the Blue Palace. The doors are locked, and only Falk Firebeard can grant entry. But I hear the maids, Una and Erdi, know how to enter it for cleaning. Surely they can help for such an important matter.
Okay, who is your master?
He is a great man, but one rarely praised. He rules twin empires that span the length and breadth of our minds. All know him, but few can name him. But he has forbidden me from saying his name. He says it distracts him, and woe to those who draw his ire. But you will know him when you see him. He's the one who made me like this.
Very interesting
Until next time.
indeed. Next episode will probably be a fun one, I can say that. We're gonna skip a lot of these houses for now. This is the Bard's College here. We can go ahead and do this real quick. Pick up a quest here and turn in something. I think we have something to turn in here. We have an objective
Welcome to
in
the
here.
Bard's College. I'm the headmaster here. How may I help you?
I'm looking to apply to the college.
Always a pleasure to meet a prospective bard. You should be aware that many apply, but we accept very few people. When possible, we ask applicants to perform tasks the college needs completed. In this case, I do have a task befitting an aspiring bard.
What do you need me to do?
Elisif has forbidden the burning of King Olaf, a festival put on by the Bard's College. We need to change her mind. To convince her, I want to read King Olaf's verse, a part of the Poetic Edda, the living history of Skyrim. Unfortunately, the verse was lost long ago.
And that's where I come in?
Yes, according to Giraud, our history's keeper, the portion of the Edda dealing with King Olaf might still exist in Dead Man's Respite. I need you to retrieve the poem.
What do you know about dragons, though?
Not much, to be honest. Their return was a shock to us all. Gerard Germain has some tomes about them in the library, if you're interested.
Has the war affected your college much?
Not much. But as a bard, I find the whole affair depressing. There are no heroes in this war, no winners to be had, and no real conclusion. If you want something a bard can dig into, look to the dragons. 1,000 years from now, Skyrim will have changed rulers dozens of times. But the return of the dragons, that story is once in an era.
So what is the Poetic Edda?
I think Giraud here would give you the best explanation of both it and the history of King Olaf's verse. You should speak to him about it.
Why did Elisif forbid the festival?
As you may be aware, Elisif's husband, High King Torig, was recently killed. Elisif mourns her husband deeply, and she feels that a festival that burns a king in effigy is distasteful. I tried to convince her the festival is many centuries old and celebrates solitude, but I need proof. I believe King Olaf's verse will provide that proof.
Okay. So we have a quest here to join the Bard's College, and we'll leave it at that. Dead Man's Respite is... I think it's a location further down towards Markarth. Is that it right there? Oh, it's not quite in Markarth. We'll probably do that quest then. I don't think we'll do it next episode, but we'll probably definitely knock it out while we're here in Solitude. Let's continue up to the palace now, see what we can learn there. I think the palace is our last location to really look at here in Solitude while we're exploring. We're gonna meet the Jarl, her steward, and probably knock out or find a couple miscellaneous quests here. Okay.
Oh, hello. Just tidying up.
I really like the Blue Palace, by the way. It's probably my favorite, like, Jarl's home, if I'm being honest.
I swear to you, unnatural magics are coming from that cave. There are strange noises and lights. We need someone to investigate.
Then we will immediately send out a legion to scour the cave and secure the town. Hafingar's people will always be safe under my rule.
Your Eminence, my scrying has suggested nothing in the area. Dragon Bridge is under Imperial control. This is likely superstitious nonsense.
Perhaps a more tempered reaction might be called for?
Oh, yes, of course, you were right. Falk, tell Captain Aldous I said to assign a few extra soldiers to Dragonbridge.
Thank you, Jarl Elisif. But about the cave?
I will have someone take care of the cave as well, Varnius. You can rest easy. You're dismissed.
Okay, so
The Imperials are good for business.
who to start with? Let's start with the Jarl. Why not? Elisif the Fair.
If you have, with the passing of my dear husband Torrig, the weighty position of Jarl has fallen to me. Please direct questions to my steward.
But what if I want to ask you? Why did Ulfric kill your husband?
Because that's what traitorous cowards do when they desire power. Ulfric coveted the High King's throne. He thought he deserved it more than Torrig. And so he came before my husband and he shouted with that terrible voice, like something out of a legend or a nightmare. When Ulfric unleashed such fury, my husband, he simply ceased to be. That is all I will say, for it grieves me to speak of it.
Hey, are you the High Queen of Skyrim then?
Not yet, no. Although it is true my husband Torrig was the High King, and I am his widow. Now is not the time to lay claim to such a title. This land is riven by war, and her people suffer for it. The Stormcloaks are a blight on Skyrim, and like any blight, must be purged. Only then will I take my rightful place as High Queen.
Do you trust General Tullius?
A question I am all too familiar with. One my very thanes ask often. They worry that Tullius is so focused on the war that he risks forgetting what's best for our people. The real irony is that, while General Tullius is certainly no Nord, the people of Skyrim would be lost without him. Trust is always difficult, especially for my people. Yet we must trust in Tullius's leadership. For what other choice do we have?
Do you need someone to check out that cave, though?
Oh, I thought that matter was handled. I think Falk is taking care of that.
Okay. The man who cried wolf, that started that
Be
quest
well.
for us.
Pray for Solitude.
Let's
and
talk
my
to... Let's talk to Falk Firebeard
Be
next.
quick. I have little patience.
Do you have business with the court?
Yeah, I need to get into the Pelagius wing. He won't do anything for us, but why not?
Absolutely not. That wing has been sealed for hundreds of years, and for good reason. They say the ghost of Pelagius the Mad still haunts it. Ghost or not, there are reminders of his dark rule that are best left buried away. Feel free to return to me with I am the Jarl's steward.
Oh, okay.
If you
Don't
have court
boot me out
business
of the
to tend to,
conversation.
You talk to me.
Does General Tullius respect Elisif?
Of course he does. What sort of a question is that? Maybe you've been listening to Eriker. There's been loose talk among some of the Thanes, and I suspect he's the cause of it. You'll pay those rumors no heed if you wish to retain your welcome in this city. She may be young, but Elisif is the Jarl by right. And here in Skyrim, if nothing else, we respect the traditions of our fathers' fathers. You do well to remember that.
Okay, but what will happen to Elisif if the Empire wins the war?
That remains to be seen. By rights, she has a legitimate claim as High Queen of Skyrim. But we must have the support of the other Jarls for that claim to have any meaning. Should they accept her rule, we will have peace.
Okay, enough of that. I hear you're looking for some help with Wolfskull Cave.
You mean the Dragon Bridge issue? I'll be honest with you. I was planning to let that go. Varnius is a bit jumpy at the best of times. There have been reports of weird happenings near Wolfskull Cave. Travelers disappearing, odd lights. I suspect wild animals, or perhaps bandits. I don't think it's worth our time with the war going on. But if you want to clear out the cave, I'll make sure you're repaid for your work.
Why is it called Wolfskull Cave?
The cave has a bad history. Long ago, Potema the Wolf Queen used it for necromantic rituals. That's where it got the name. That was over 500 years ago. Nothing much down there now, but everyone's always convinced the cave is haunted.
Okay, that's enough from
Feel free
him.
to return to me with questions. The Blue Palace is an open forum.
The last person I want to talk to this episode is Sybil Stentor here, the court mage wizard,
with the court?
and I think she buys and sells stuff
I
too.
have little patience for mundane concerns. If I needed something from you, you would know it.
She's kind of rude, not gonna lie. What's your problem?
Nothing. I'm busy, and I don't like being bothered unless I'm expecting something from you. Oh, don't give me that look. Fine, I suppose I can find some menial task to set your mind on.
Fine idea.
We have something of a vampire problem.
However,
Bodies have been found with blood drained. I know of a den nearby you can wipe out as a precaution.
I'll see what I can do.
I don't expect you to be capable of even that.
She is really rude. Pine Moon Cave. Were you there when High King Torg died?
I was, to my shame. The whole court was in attendance. I've seen much in my time, but that was a gruesome day.
Why was he killed?
Because Ulfric needed a symbol. Someone he could defeat that represented the Empire. The White Gold Concordat, the banning of Talos worship. Torg's father Islot had held Skyrim together for nearly 25 years. When he died, Torg became that symbol.
So the war started when Islot died?
No, even after Islot died, the Moot voted to make Torg High King of Skyrim. But Ulfric was at that Moot, continually talking about Skyrim's independence in terms just shy of treason. I don't think Ulfric knew how much Torg respected him for that. If Ulfric had asked Torg directly to stand up, to declare independence, Torg might have done it.
I'm afraid you must learn.
Why didn't Torg ever declare independence then?
Because the Dominion is a sleeping beast that Skyrim cannot slay alone. Because many Nords are part of the Imperial Army even now. Because the food and resources we get from the Empire are important to our people. Because even if we can't openly worship him, Talos the God was once Tiber Septim the man, and this is his empire. And Torg wasn't ready to let it fall apart.
Okay, how long have you been the court wizard?
I was a member of the court during the reign of Torg's father. It was Torg who appointed me to the position.
So you and High King Torg were close.
Very. I helped raise him. Oh, I could not have been more proud to see Torg on the throne. He made a fine king. A fine king.
Where can I learn more about magic? College of Winterhold, yeah.
For a student.
What do you got for sale?
Take a look.
Take a look. Okay, let's see. Take these scrolls that I've been trying to get rid of for ages. You still can't get all of them. Take the soul gems. Can't take the Varla stones. Those are too expensive. But there we go. Got most of that knocked out. Alright.
Vampires are clever hunters. More clever than you, definitely.
I think that's gonna just about do it for this episode. We have a few things we can work on next time, but I think we are gonna start with... Where is that? It's in Dead Man's Respite, okay. I think we're gonna start with the Mind of Madness next episode, and then if we have time, I think we'll have time, afterwards we're gonna start working on more miscellaneous quests around the city. Where's that? That's like way up there. Okay. There's also another thing we can do here. Missing in Action, a quest we got back in Whiterun. So yeah, we have plenty of stuff to do here in Solitude. Probably too much stuff if you ask me, but we'll get it done, don't worry. Slowly but surely. We'll be here a while. Yeah, next time, expect the Lord of Madness and Chaos himself. Shale Gorath, why do I have... What is this? What do I need to do with Falk Firebeard still? Well, that might be Mind of Madness? Yeah, that's Mind of Madness. We already know we can't do anything with that. I'm going to end it off here before I get sidetracked even more. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.